What's up? Today I'm reviewing Pokemon Legends Arceus. So starting out, this game takes a lot of different approaches compared to the normal Pokemon mold. Some of them stick to landing while others miss the mark completely and fall flat. So this world is broken down into different sectors in which you can explore. Each sector is pretty sizable and meaty. So besides the hub town, which is pretty much the only city in the entire game, the map is broken down into different sectors, zones. These zones have several Pokemon inside of it. And it's kind of like Monster Hunter, the older ones, where you start out, there's a camp, several camps within the entire zone. These camps are your rest points. You can heal your Pokemon, pass time, change out your Pokemon, and buy items, which is quite nice. Now, the way you catch Pokemon are broken down into two different methods. The first method, you can sneak up and toss a Pokeball on the Pokemon, who is walk around the open world. There's a chance you can straight up catch them or it can fail, which is like the TV show. It is like cool as hell, man. The other method is to toss your tame Pokemon at the wild ones, which start a battle, similar to the older games. During the battles, you can still walk around like the open world. Speaking of the battles though, they seem quite faster than the older Pokemon games. Even the battle scenes start out faster. Instead of a song playing and a little spinning, the Pokemon just roars and boom, you're straight into the battle. Which, you're going to be battling a lot, and it's so much more time saved. Now, from what I can tell so far in the game where I'm at, there's really three types of reactions from the Pokemon in the open world, the overworld. The first reaction, the Pokemon sees you, says oh shit and hauls ass away, hooting and hollering. The second type, they'll see you, they'll get angry, and they'll start attacking you, which you cannot catch them until you battle them. The third one, they look at you, turn around and go about their business, completely ignoring you, unless you throw something at them. In which case, they either A, get pissed off, or B, run like hell away. Now, from what I can tell so far in the game where I'm at, there's really three types of reactions to the Pokemon in the open world, the overworld. The first reaction, the Pokemon sees you, says oh shit and hauls ass away, hooting and hollering. The second type, they'll see you, they'll get angry, and they'll start attacking you, which you cannot catch them until you battle them. The third one, they look at you, turn around and go about their business, completely ignoring you unless you throw something at them. In which case they either A, get pissed off, or B, run like hell away. Now, there are two types of Pokemon that wander around the open world. There's a normal Pokemon that wander aimlessly in small groups. These come in different weights, heights, and shinies variants or not. Then there are the alpha versions of these Pokemon, which are significantly bigger than what I'm assuming are the beta versions. These alphas are also much stronger and have a different moveset compared to the normal variants. The alphas cannot be caught in the open world through normal means. You can't just chuck Pokeball at them and catch them, unless you have sufficient data on them. Because if you don't, the Pokeball just bounce off them harmlessly and they'll get pissed off. The alphas are also highly aggressive compared to the normal Pokemon, and they will attack you on sight so much as a glance at you and you're attacked. This game also has some more challenge compared to the other Pokemon games, and it is welcomed. I mean, a Sword and Shield, I breezed through it with little to no effort. The most challenging part was doing online trainer battles. Also, there are attacks Pokemon can do in-game, in the open world, which can hit your character, and if you don't dodge enough and get hit enough times, you'll faint and lose items. So there's more of a risk than other games have. Now for me, the main loop of the game is pretty hit or miss. So the story goes, you're making the first Pokedex, and it involves more than just catching the Pokemon like in the other games. You have to fill out a checklist before the game says, alright, that's enough, on to the next one. Which, I mean, story-wise makes sense, but in gameplay-wise, it involves you catching the same Pokemon multiple times, over and over again, or battling the same one over and over and over again. It's more annoying when it's an uncommon Pokemon in the area, so you're spending a long time hunting down that one little section. It is a pain in the ass. So, when you fill your Pokedex out, you get stars. These stars are similar to the badges in the former games. Every time you level up, you get a recipe to craft a new item, like a Pokeball and a potion. Yes, I know, there's a crafting system. It's not too intrusive, but it's... Also, it'll increase the limit of the Pokemon that listen to you, the levels, by like 10. Also, another disappointment I have, it's pretty significant, but there was this feature in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the last Pokemon game I played before Sword and Shield, where your lead Pokemon will come out the Pokeball and follow you around, and you can interact with them. That was the coolest feature to me, and this game doesn't have it, like Sword and Shield. That, I don't know how many people that affects, makes sad, but it makes me sad. Also, the camping system that was in Sword and Shield was kind of half-baked and wasn't fully utilized in the game. I thought this game would have it because this game seemed like it would really need a camping system. So you can spend time with your Pokemon, gather foods, berries, and make, food for them and get bonuses. But once again, this Pokemon game didn't bring it over. It's like they just kind of killed the idea 100%. And that's a shame. Now, let's get on with the negatives about this game. Okay, as you probably are aware of, and there's no nice way to put this, but this game is fucking ugly. I mean, this is PS2 era graphics. And yes, I know, graphics aren't everything, but Jesus Christ. Also, the environment isn't much to gloat about either. It seems like there's a lot of flat surfaces, where it should have been grass or anything. It's just green paint on top of brown bricks. Or it's blue chunks of water. It is shameful. Game Freak could have put a lot more TLC in this game. Really. But hey. Not only is the game world a butterface, but it's also fairly lifeless. In universe, it kind of makes sense why you don't see many trainers out, because little to no people have caught Pokemon. And in fact, most people are outright terrified of the Pokemon. And to be honest, if I was wandering around the grass and I saw a giant yellow mouse that shot high voltage electricity out of his cheeks, or a fire spewing dog, or a cat, or a fox, or a flying dragon, or a giant vengeful sea snake that will wreak hell on anybody who slightly inconvenience it, I'd be scared shitless too. Hooey. Anywho, in the open world sections, you see small pockets of Pokemon doing their thing, with occasional humans standing around in place. Like they're trying to not have Pokemon see them. Like their eyesight is based off movement, like Jurassic Park. Then you can look around and see there's occasional trees, some rocks, some plants, and maybe some smaller rocks that your Pokemon can break. And that's it. It seems empty. Maybe it's just me, because there wasn't much atmosphere to the game for me, nor was there great ambience with it, or even a good soundtrack. It's like I could feel myself getting immersed into the game, but then the emptiness just kind of pulls me out of it. They dropped the ball on this one, and it is once again just a shame. Okay, I can understand some of the shortfalls in this game because it's an experiment from Game Freak. This is totally outside their comfort zone. And I'm not sure how much money and TLC was pumped in this game, how much time was baked in the oven, but I needed a bit more. And Game Freak seems to be either one of the laziest game devs I've seen in many a moon, or one of the most untalented SOBs ever. Or maybe Nintendo is just cartoonishly cheap because some of the animations in Arceus are extremely stiff and sometimes just odd to look at and just doesn't make sense. Like your character be making weird shocked faces over the most mundane of circumstances. And some of the animations are just lazily recycled. It's not as bad as the other Pokemon games where you see them do a fire attack and just them sitting in still, bouncing around left and right, and some red flames show up and hit the opponent. But it's pretty damn close to it. So, wrapping this shit up, this is one of, if not my most favorite Pokemon game ever. It's at least in the top 5. I mean, it's no Hey You Pikachu, nor Coliseum, or Stadium 2. But it's pretty close up there to me. It's in the top 5, at the very least. Now, this is not a perfect game, not by a long shot. There are some design choices which are just odd, and the lack of some stuff is just baffling. However, I do find this is a massive step in the right direction for the series, and I cannot help but applaud it. Also, this does a lot of good for the series, which the genie cannot be put back in the bottle, Game Freak. A lot of these features have to be put into the next further games going on. Because some of the stuff is just great with more polish. Now, hopefully this game sells and reviews well enough to warrant a sequel, because if they refine the best aspects of this game, add a bit more polish, remove some annoying stuff, and I say the next Pokemon game, if there is one, would be the best Pokemon game, in my opinion. Hands down, bar none. Or, they get someone who's more talented to work on it. I'm just saying. And this kind of Pokemon game is the type of game I thought we'd be playing when I was a kid, hiding under my blanket, sneaking at night, playing Pokemon Silver on a Game Boy Color. This is the shit I wanted all those years ago. But anyway, that's it. Peace.